What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
What's up, y'all? It's Derrick Henry here.
Just wrapped up our week 1 game.
Wrapped up our week 10 game.
Welcome to the rear view.
What's up, guys? Cooper DeJean here. Just wrapped up our last regular season game against the Giants. I've seen a bunch of checkers opening up around Philly recently, including this one with the giant fry balloon on Lehigh Avenue. I'm about to drive through and grab a bacon zilla and some fries. Welcome to Rear View.
When did you guys figure out that most of the starters weren't going to play?
We found out early in the week that the starters weren't going to be playing this week. Our coaches told us, and I think it was a smart thing for us just to kind of get a rest before we hit the playoffs.
It was Saquon, I think 100 yards away from breaking Eric Dickerson's single-season NFL rushing record.
Yeah.
How does that speak to Saquon's unselfishness? Really deciding, hey, I'm going to sit this one out too and hold it all for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think with Saquon, him sitting out as well, even though he's 100 yards away from breaking the rushing record. I think it speaks to how great of a teammate he is, and knowing that we have bigger goals ahead. We get him fresh for the playoffs, he'll be even that much better than he already is.
What was the mindset with a lot of the guys kind of sitting out? What was the mindset of the team heading into the game, wanting to finish the regular season strong against the Giants?
Even with the starters sitting out, a lot of guys were excited for their opportunities to get out there and showcase what they can do. Really, we talked all week that we're still going to win this game. Even with our starters out, the other guys, they prepare, each and every week throughout the whole season like they're going to be playing each game, and then for them to have their opportunity to play, a lot of us guys were excited for them, and excited to see them make plays.
Tanner McKee had a big performance and stepped up for you guys. Talk about what it was like to watch him go out there and execute, and then specifically his first quarter touchdown pass to Anais Smith.
It was awesome to watch Tanner go out there and play the way that he did. We've seen it all year in practice, how well he can throw the ball and take control of an offense. And then on that first drive, him starting out hot, and then throwing that first touchdown pass to Anais, I think it got us off to a good start. It kind of just kept it rolling throughout the rest of the game.
Dallas Goedert and Johan Dotson, they both had big performances. Talk about, seeing those guys during the game against the Giants last week and what that speaks to coming up with the playoffs.
Seeing Johan and Dallas and what they were able to do. Dallas didn't play as much as Johan did. I think he only played a couple series, but it was good to see him, back out there and just doing the things that he does, coming off of his injury. And then Johan, him sitting behind two great receivers and Smitty and AJ, and him being the wide receiver one this weekend, going out there and seeing what he can do, him making plays all over the place. I think he almost went for 100 yards. He got pretty close, but I know a lot of guys were happy for him. To see him go out there and do what we all know that he can do on the field.
From the Giants standpoint, Malik Nabors obviously had a big game, has had a big season. Talk about his fourth quarter touchdown and what that was like, seeing that and just his ability as a player.
Malik Nabors he's a talented receiver. I think he was chasing some records there on Sunday, which just shows how talented of a player he is. We let him get a big explosive play there at toward the end of the game. But that's going to happen when you have a receiver like him out on the field. He's got great hands when he catches the ball, out in space. He's tough to bring down. He's got good balance, can make guys miss. So you always got to be ready, when you're going up against guys like him, and you got to bring a lot of guys to the ball, in order to get him down. He's been making plays all year for them. He's definitely gonna be doing it for a long time.
Talk about Sidney Brown's fourth quarter interception. It's a super exciting way to go out on the game and the year. Talk about the excitement around that play and that play specifically.
I think at the end of the game, ending it the way we did with Sidney's pick was awesome. I think it was a good cap off there to the regular season.
What was the locker room vibe like? Were there any, anything that stands out that the coaches said, team leaders, like what's the feeling of the locker room right now?
The vibes were high. Everybody was super happy, for the guys that played and went out there and did their thing and got the win. We hold ourselves to a high standard, and those guys went up and went out there and upheld that standard, that we want to play to. After that, it was pretty quick, and then we got to, we got to focus on the playoffs coming up. We talk all year about doing special things with this group, and it starts this next week against the Packers.
You guys started 2-2, and then you finished 14-3. What were some of the biggest takeaways for you personally in your first NFL regular season?
My biggest takeaways from my first regular season in the NFL, it's a long season, a lot longer than college. We started off 2-2. A lot of our guys didn't play in the preseason. So we were kind of saying that was our preseason. That was our little warm up. Then to go on a run to end the season, was good. Just to show what we can do. Now got a whole nother challenge. Almost a whole new season starting over. With the playoffs.
You guys played the Packers week 1. You weren't playing, but you were there at the game. What was your kind of thought as you were watching that game unfold in Brazil?
Playing the Packers week 1 in Brazil, we knew it was going to be a challenging game. Especially with us traveling down there, and then playing up against a talented team. And the Packers, they got a great quarterback, great running game. They do a lot of different things on offense, explosive passing game. So it was kind of back and forth. I think since then, we've gotten a lot better, on offense and defense, and they've gotten a lot better too. I think a lot of us guys are excited for that challenge again.
What about Jordan Love's game really stands out when you watch him on film?
I think with Jordan Love, it's just his ability to create plays. And he's got a big arm. He can throw the ball down the field with great accuracy. He seems to always find the right guy, find the open guy. And he can throw from any arm angle. Even when you got guys hanging on to him. So it'll be a challenge for us on defense to try and contain him, keep him in the pocket, and we'll have to be tight in coverage as well.
What stands out the most about the Packers offense and some of their key playmakers? And then what are you guys planning on doing defensively to stop that?
I think with the Packers, they got a lot of young, talented receivers, and tight ends, and then a veteran and Josh Jacobs in the backfield next to Jordan Love, who can run the ball really well. So that'll be a big key as it is every week, stopping the run game, and then eliminating the explosive plays. With their offense, they throw the ball down the field quite a bit. So, we're gonna have to be ready to defend the big play against them.
From your guys' standpoint, there's some uncertainty at the quarterback position of who's going to be starting for you guys this week. How do you approach that as a defensive player? And is there an update?
I think with the quarterback situation, we got guys, as you saw, Kenny and Tanner who have played well. So I think guys got a lot of confidence in them. If Jalen can't go, and then from a defensive perspective, we just got to be ready to go and to play our game, and we got to be able to play at a high level and get our offense stops and put them in good field position.
What are you most excited about for your first NFL playoff game?
I think what I'm most excited about in the playoffs is just the atmosphere. I feel like everything's gonna be turned up a notch. Especially having that home field advantage, playing in the Linc in a playoff game. Everybody's gonna be amped up, ready to go. It's higher stakes in the playoffs, but you can't you just got to treat it like another game. You got to go out there and prepare throughout the week, each and every day, in order to play your best when the time comes.
What's something you'd like to say, a message to the Eagles fans out there about what they can expect from you and the team against the Packers?
Eagles fans can expect, a great game, against two really talented teams. On defense, we got to work cut out for us. We're gonna have to play really well at a high level. And we know our offense will do their thing with the talent that we have on that side of the ball. Can't wait to be in the Linc and play in front of the fans and some playoff football. That's a wrap on REARVIEW. Drop your comments below and stay tuned throughout the playoffs for more insight from your favorite players.